Bob has high expectations of himself. He has high expectations of the people he's involved with, the organizations he's involved with, and it's those high expectations coupled with a big heart and a strong family that's making a difference for so many.
He had me come to dinner with him and his wife and a couple other people, and I remember walking into the room and knowing exactly who this famous Bob Clark was. You can see that that man changes the world, and you want to be associated with him.
We met in high school. We were high school sweethearts. I was a year ahead of him in school, and he swept me off my feet.
After I graduated from junior college, we got married. Then we moved to Peoria for me to attend Bradley.
You know, we both worked full-time, and he went to school full-time, and so we didn't see a lot of each other, actually, after we got married. So, but it was fun. You know, we were kind of penniless, but, you know, our excitement on the weekend was a pizza and beer with our friends, but that's all we could afford.
It was an experience we'll never forget, just because it's what really got us to where we are. And I think it probably helped maybe make a mold in how we are. Not in my wildest dream did I ever think that I would have the success that I've had. I mean, it's very humbling.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look back, wonder how you did it, but you know, when you set your mind out to do something, you do it.
Bob and Kathy have a really special way of viewing and going about their philanthropy. It involves their entire family, and the way Bob and Kathy got involved with Boys and Girls Clubs is actually through their grandson Aiden. In their annual philanthropy review of charities that they wanted to support, Aiden had nominated Boys and Girls Clubs, and thus began a relationship with us that now 10 years later still flourishes.
We started the Family Foundation with the idea of starting a legacy with our grandchildren, so that hopefully over the years when we're long gone, they're able to continue the same legacy with their families.
One of my favorite memories of Bob Clark is when we visited the Boys and Girls Clubs together of Metro Denver, and about 3 o'clock a bell rang, and in ran hundreds of these beautiful bright-eyed children. And Bob looked at me, and I looked at him, and he said, where would they be? Where would they go? Who would take care of these kids? We're going to do it. And he did.
Bob's very rich and dedicated spirit towards serving kids speaks to what he sees as important today, but maybe even more important, what the future holds and how vital it is to invest in the next generation. And that's certainly in his children, it's in his grandchildren, but it's also in hundreds of thousands of kids that he'll never meet, but that he is truly impacted and influenced through his philanthropy.
Tennyson is for those kids that Bob and Kathy uniquely see, that have suffered abuse and neglect to such an extent that their life can go in a very bad direction. And he believes that those children not only need to be seen and valued, but by smart investments in those children, you actually are potentially training future leaders and future rock stars. A kid who's gone through multiple houses, multiple significant abuse episodes, whose trauma is significant and can process that and emerge strongly from that, watch out.
Bob and Kathy have impacted every part of this university, affecting programs with giving to the Foster College of Business, the accounting department, our Division I athletic programs, even to our general fund that affects the entire institution. When you think about the giving and their commitment to the Hayden Clark Alumni Center, the idea behind the Hayden Clark Alumni Center is how can we engage our friends, our alumni, our community partners, and have them remembering what it's like to be at Bradley University, remembering the impact higher education can have, and then starting to have discussions on how they can make a difference. The R.J. Clark Foundation does exactly that as well. Having conversations with the family members on what organizations are out there, what they can do, and starting to create a generation of the next group of individuals that be philanthropists and make a difference in our communities and our universities.
Bob, I want to thank you for the investment you've made in the children who go to Boys and Girls Clubs each and every day. There are thousands of kids who have been influenced and impacted by you.
Thank my mom and my dad for the opportunity that we've had through this foundation to engage and just, grow and help in our communities.
You are both truly amazing, and I'm so grateful and thankful and blessed to have you in my life. I love you.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thank you. We love you.
Bob and Kathy, from the bottom of my heart, deepest thanks, deepest love. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in Tennyson. And thank you for changing the world.
For how you've been there for our students, for our faculty, for our university leaders, for how you've been there every time we have asked, for how you're bringing people together to make a difference at Bradley and beyond. Thank you, Bob and Kathy, and the entire Clark family.